series as we come to you live for Duel Race number 2. We just finished Duel number 1, which you watched live from my onboard camera on board the number 78. As we go ahead and we get ready to set the field for the rest with the remaining cars that need to do their qualifying race and get ready to see how they're going to shake out. We have starting on pole in this race the number 1 of Party People. On his outside is the number 43 of Part-Time Driver Jags. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 31 of IROC with the 24 of Jaywood to his outside, followed by the 18 of Stay High on the inside of row 3, and the 2 of Trans Am. Or is that the 2 or is that the 12 that he's in this one? The 12 of Trans Am.
Should be the 12.
Yeah. And we were expecting the 9 car, but it looks like he is not going to make the call for the green. As we go ahead and finish up the pace lap here, they come through turns 3 and 4, and we're going to get ready to go ahead and let them go green and set the rest of the field for the Daytona 500. There are some cars that are going to be racing in the 500 that are not here tonight, so they will be taking a provisional and starting at the tail end of the field. And Daytona has always been one of our most exciting races of the year, so we're sure this one is not going to disappoint. So they come out of the final turn 4 down the short street into the triover and get ready to let them go green. Coming to the green flag, the number 1 of Party People gets a good jump on the inside with the 31 pushing, and the 31 jumps to the outside as they come up through the short chute, heading into turn number 1, drops down back inside of the number 1, follows and slide behind him. In third place, we have the 18 of Stay High, followed by the 24 of Jaywood, the 12 of Trans Am, and the 43 of Jags. It looks like they're going to line up single file here coming out of turn number 2. As we say that, the 31 pokes his nose up out of line coming down the back stretch. He's going to try to make the move on the 1, but nobody's going to go with him, it looks like. Everyone's going to stay down to the bottom. We're going to see if he's going to drop from second all the way back as the number 43 jumps up behind him, coming in through turns 3 and 4. Going to try to give him a push, but it's just not going to be there as they got too many cars lined up in too tight of a formation. Coming out of turn 4 to complete lap number 1. We're going to have the number 1 of Party People leading in his McDonald's Chevrolet, followed by the number 18 Toyota Camry, sponsored by Skittles of Stay High, and the number 24 Exalta Chevy of Jaywood. Behind him is the number 12 PPG Ford of Trans Am, the 43 Eckridge of Jags, and the 31 Caterpillar Chevy of IROC rounds out the field. Coming down the back stretch, they're still in single file as they snake a little bit coming out of turn number 2, but everyone gets back in line, tightens it back up. Heading into turn number 3, it looks like Party's going to drift up a little bit high, but pulls it back down before Stay High can get the run. Stay High peeks his nose up a little bit on the high side, coming through turns 3 and 4. Dropping back and see if he's going to get a run coming out of turn 4 and try to make a move on it. As Jaywood, Trans Am, and IROC in the 24, 12, and 31 all jump up to the outside and see if they can go ahead and get that momentum going. Meanwhile, Jags in the 43 falls back a little bit from the States into Stay High as they go into turns 1 and 2. They're going to go ahead, double files, 2x2, the whole field. And it looks like that high side is going to start to get its momentum going as they come out of turn number 2 with Jaywood leading it. And 43 gets into the wall a little bit there. He's going to gather it up, lose a couple of spots. Everybody drops down single file, and just like that, the run coming out of turn number 2 is finished. So go into turn number 3, Party still has the lead. It looks like Stay High gets a little bit out of shape with Jaywood right there on his back bumper and drifts up the track a little bit. Jaywood's going to try to make a run on the inside, coming through turns 3 and 4 to take that second spot, bringing IROC in 31 behind him with him for third. And Stay High drops back for second and fourth from one set of corners. Trans Am number 12 is right there on his back bumper. It looks like the 43 of Jags has lost the draft and he's going to start falling back. He's going to be hoping for a caution. But meanwhile, these up front, they run single file. And it looks like the 24 of Jaywood's going to try to drop back now and get a run coming out of turn 2 as they head down the back stretch. It's a big run. Is he going to stay in line? Nope. He's going to jump onto the outside. The 31 goes with him, followed by the 18. Is the 12 going to go with him too? Yes. All 4 cars jump up to the high side. And they're going to use that draft and the momentum to try to go ahead and drop kick Party in the number 1 Chevy all the way from first back to 5th. First 2 cars get by him. It looks like Jaywood's going to drop down the 24 to the inside and try to pull him back up and protect that bottom line. Meanwhile, IROC, Stay High, and Trans Am, 31, 18, and 12 all try to stay up there on the high side, try to use some momentum, carry him down as they come across the line down the short chute into 1. We have 3 cars up top, 2 cars down bottom, and it's anybody's race as of right now. These guys are not giving up. They're battling hard. A little bit of contact there between the 1 and the 18. The 18 goes up and catches the wall a little bit. He's going to lose some momentum. Let's see if he loses a draft or if he's going to hang on to it. Drops right down on that bottom white yellow line, and it's going to be tough for him to hang on to it. It might be better at this point if he was to drop back to that 43 car. Meanwhile, up front, they are still 2x2 with the 24 and the 1 on the inside, the 31 and 12 on the outside. The 12 gets a little bit loose going into turn 3. Gathers it up, they drop back down single file coming out of turn number 4, heading towards the stripe. And these boys are not content one bit to go ahead and just ride. And go ahead, we're going to watch them. Go ahead and jump on some onboards here to see what it looks like from the driver's seat. We'll ride on board the number 1 party people here in a second. As he looks forward at the number 24, trying to find a way to get around him. Now to turn 2, he's going to suck up a little bit. He's going to stick his nose out. He's going to ride there. Nope, he's going to stay right there behind David. Give him a little tap going down the back stretch. Trying to get that bump draft going as they go into turn number 3. Keep that speed up. I'm going to go ahead and drop back in here on number 18 as he goes into turn 3. Watching that pack of 4 cars up front just driving away, getting smaller and smaller as they come out of turn number 4. Sitting there praying, hoping and saying, come on guys, mix it up a little bit. Let's get some racing going on. I want to catch back up here. And we jump back a little further back on the number 43 of Jag. And he's saying the same thing Stay High saying. It's just a little bit too far back to be able to catch Stay High straps. And they're just kind of riding there, waiting and hoping something's going to change. Jump back up here to the lead and Duel, and this is what it looks like when you have clean air off in front of you. He's going to go ahead and you can see he's going to try to stay on the bottom here. He really figures as long as he doesn't get any runs against the block, that's the best option because you can't pass below that yellow line. So the guys really have no other option other than to try to make it on the high side. Here we jump back to IROC, who rides in 3rd place, gets a run, going out turn number 4, takes a look on the outside, but can't really do anything with it, just doesn't have the energy. Try to get another good pull coming through the front stretch as they're heading to turn number 1. We'll ride on board as they come out of turn through turns 1 and 2 and see if he can float ahead and try to drop him back and getting that good pull down the back stretch to try to make a run on the high side. Looks like he got a little loose there coming out of turn 2 and lost any momentum he had going to try to make a run. And we see he's dropping back a little bit coming out into turn number 3 on the number 1. See if he stay on board with him, see if he gets the run here coming out of turn 4 and tries to make a pass up on these 2 up in front of him. Looks like he's just content to ride for now. We're going to jump back on board with the 12. He gets a big run on the 31. But IROC gives him a nice little shove going into turn number 1. He says, come on IROC, we've been sitting here riding, let's go, we got to take these spots away. Try to get a run on the high side going through turns 1 and 2, but nothing develops going out of turn 2. They drop back down to single file as they head down the back stretch. Trans Am with another big run on the 31 of IROC. We'll go ahead and jump on. Take a look at these boys as they run down the track here. Single file, nose to tail. None of them wanting to come off the bottom, but all of them knowing if you're going to make a move and you're going to try to pick up any passes, you're going to have to make a move on the high side. Coming out of turn 4 to the line. They were just a little bit high in that 24, and Party takes a peek down low, but the door closes before he can get in there. Going into turn number 1, we'll see if these guys are going to make any challenges and make any runs at it. No changes up front as the boys just continue to ride. It looks like they might be going ahead and just trying to size each other up and get an idea of what each other has as they try to figure it out here towards the end of the race. So they all still got to make a pit stop, and we're curious to see what kind of strategies they'll do, if they'll pit together, if they'll try to pit by themselves, because sometimes it can get pretty congested when they all try to pit in there together. And if it gets congested, you can lose a lot more than just a spot or two. As they dive into pit road, we have the 24, the 1, and 31. It looked like the 12 may have missed it. And as he stays out, meanwhile, the 18 to Stay High comes back out on the track. And it looks like the only car yet to pit is the number 12 of Trans Am as he stays out. We're going to go ahead, we're going to watch these guys as they come out and make their pit stops and come out of the pits and see what happens. Site number 1 is going to be the first, Party's going to be the first out of the pits, followed by the 24J with 31 of IROC is going to come out of the pits third. Let's see if Trans Am and number 12 comes in this time. As he comes out of turn 4. And there comes our leader as he goes ahead and makes his pit stop just to cycle everything back around. You see the number 1 coming out of the pits, sliding back onto the track, followed by the 24 of Jay Wood. And 31 IROC gets a little bit out of shape coming out of the pits, so he goes way down to the infield, gathers it back up, comes back out on the track. And this will be interesting to see how this forms out. We got everybody spaced out right now, and it's really going to be a matter of if 2 cars can manage to get hooked up together and try to run him down. Right now, the way things are going, this is pretty much party people's race to lose, as Trans Am's just now coming out of the pits, so this should be a change for the lead as party's at speed coming into turn number 1. And here we go, there we see it. This is the number 1 car. Party people takes the lead back from the 12 of Trans Am. Let's see if Jay Wood will go ahead. Oh, Trans Am drifts back up onto the track, gets back down. He gets a little out of shape as he comes in too hard, but he got back down on the apron. Jay Wood gets by him for second. Trans Am falls back to third. We'll see if IROC's able to catch him at speed from fourth and knock him back one more spot, or if these guys are going to hook up and try to make a run up there at the front. Party people goes up high, coming through turns 3 and 4, and lets Jay Wood get down on the inside. It looks like he's planning to go ahead and try to make a pass here late, saying, I want to go ahead, I'm going to set you up. You can lead all you want here. All that matters to me is leading when we come out through this trioval at the stripe. It looks like they're going to go ahead and form up, see if they're going to use that to their advantage while the other 2 are battling back there side by side before they get straightened out and try to pull away from them a little bit, settle it between themselves. Meanwhile, Stay High and Jags in the 18 and 43 are falling way back from the field, and their only hope at this point is a caution. But it's got the looks of a clean green race, and who knows, maybe these guys are going to start mixing it up really hot and heavy up here in front. We got the 2 tandems working together. We got the 24 of Jay Wood in the lead, followed by the number 1 of Party People. And in our second tandem, we have the 31 of IROC as he's getting pushed from behind by the 12 of Trans Am, and they are working as hard as they can to try to catch those front 2. As they come down and complete another lap. We have some 12 gets out of shape a little bit coming through the trial. We're going to get off the back bumper of the 31, and this is really going to cost them trying to make up any time on the 24 and the 1 up ahead. So it looks like as long as nothing happens, this is down here between these 2 as they come down the backstretch one more time. Going into turn number 3, we have the number 1 of Party still tucked right up there behind the 24 of Jay Wood as they go into turns 3 and 4. Here we are getting late in the race. Coming out of turn number 4, Party's going to drift up a little bit. It looks like he's trying to size up. Figure out if we can get Jay Wood out of shape a little bit coming through turns 3 and 4. So they come to the stripe one more time. We're going to try to get word on how many laps to go there is. Alright, and we are at 6 laps to go. We are hearing from race control. So here we go as they come through turns 1 and 2. This time when they get to the line, it'll be 5 to go as they come down the backstretch. Who's going to get it? His Party's going ahead. He's starting to get antsy behind the 24 Jay Wood. Looking left, looking right. Dropping back a little bit, but getting right back up on that bumper. It's hard to tell if he's going to be able to make the run by himself or if he's going to need some help there. But it is, you want to risk dropping back to that 31 and losing another spot on the track. As long as he doesn't wreck that car, his starting spot's secure no matter where he finishes in this race. Because he was one of the front row qualifiers in hot lap qualifying earlier today. 5 laps to go right there at the stripe as the 24 Jay Wood still leads over the number 1 of Party People with the 31 of IROC running in third, followed by the 12 of Trans Am, 18 of Stay High, and the 43 of Jags as they come through turns 1 and 2. Heading towards the backstretch. Party's looking up, trying to get an idea as to what kind of run he can get as they come out of turn 2, heading down the back. He's not staying tucked right up there behind Jay Wood like he was before. He's dropping back a little bit, looking to the left, looking to the right as they head into turn number 3. Tucked right in behind each other, nose to tail, battling for the top spot. Coming through turns 3, Party takes a look a little bit up high on the tie side as they come out of turn 4. Now he's going to try to duck down low, but Jay was right there on that yellow line. And remember, you cannot pass below that line. As they come to the strike, 4 to go this time. Jay Wood still leading in the number 24 as they come across the line, heading into turns number 1 and 2 now. Party looks on the outside again as they go into turn number 1. Jay Wood drifts up a little bit. Let's see if Party's going to try to get underneath there. No, he's not. He does not have the momentum to do it. Coming out of turn number 2, Jay Wood's still a little bit high. Party's trying to stick his nose in there. There's just not enough room yet, so he has to fall back in line. They head into turn number 3. It's pretty much a two-horse race now. It's between the 24 and the 1. It's the 31 and the 12 have dropped so far back. Unless these guys have some serious trouble up front, there's no way they're going to catch them. Coming out of turn number 4. This time at the stripe, there will be 3 laps to go. This party's taking another look on the inside. Jaywood keeps leaving that bottom lane open a little bit. And one of these times, party's going to get a run, get in there. Across the line, heading into turn number 1. We have just 3 laps to go in our second dual qualifying race for the Daytona 500. Going into turns 1 and 2, Party's trying to gap him a little bit as he drops back behind the 24 Jaywood just a little bit. Coming out of turn number 2. They get a nice tightens right back up as he's trying to get a run, looking at the outside. Falls back in line behind Jaywood in the 24. Going into turn number 3. Is he going to try to pack the air underneath the rear tires and rear bumper and get him a little bit loose? Jaywood drifts up the track a little bit. Party chases him right up the track, staying right on that back bumper. Coming out of turn number 4 as they head to the stripe. This time by, there will be just 2 laps to go in this qualifying race. As they get the line, Jaywood is tucked right back down there on the bottom again. Party is all over the back with him, trying to loosen him up, trying to figure out a way he can go ahead and slow Jaywood's momentum down as he gets a run and try to get a run behind. Going into turn number 1, Party looks high. Jaywood goes up a little bit to block. Party looks down low. Jaywood comes back down, up high again. Coming out of turn number 2, Party trying to get the run on the high side. He looks down low. Jaywood comes down to the line to block as they go down the back stretch. Heading into turn number 3. They are locked, bumper to bumper, going in. Coming in turns 3 and 4, Jaywood drifts a little bit high, but Party's not able to get in there. As they come through 3 and 4, they are up. Party is all over Jaywood's bumper there. Coming out of turn number 4, there will be the white flag this time by as they come to the stripe. Party is trying to get himself down there, but Jaywood's just not leaving enough room. White flag this time as they go into turn number 1 for the last lap of this here qualifying race. Jaywood is blocking hard as Party is trying to get a run. Going into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Coming out of turn number 2, Party drifts up a little bit, trying to get a run coming out of turn number 2. As they come onto the back stretch, we'll see if Jaywood's going to hug that bottom line or if he's going to try to block if Party moves up to the high side. Halfway down the back, they're lined up, nose to tail. Going into turn number 3, this is one where Jaywood's been drifting up a little bit each time as he drifts up high again, this time going into turn 3. Party throws his car down there. Jaywood runs all the way up to the wall, coming through turns 3 and 4, side by side. As they come out of turn 4 for the final time, coming back down the short chute as they get to the tri-oval. Who's going to get it at the stripe? Is it going to be Jaywood in the 24? Yes, he's going to beat Party to the line by a nose as he gets out of shape a little bit, drifts high going through 3 and 4 on the final lap. And goes ahead, keeps his foot in it, maintains that momentum, and manages to hold Party off as he gets to run back by him coming out of turn 4 at the line. Jaywood in the number 24 is going to be our winner, followed by the number 1 of Party People. Finishing third is going to be the 31 of IROC. Fourth will be the number 12 of Trans Am. Fifth is going to be the 43 of Jags, and rounding out the field will be Stay High in the number 18 Toyota Camry. We want to thank you for joining us for these qualifying races. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take a moment, see if any of the drivers want to have a moment for a quick word and see how they feel about their hopes for Daytona. This is Spooby up here in the booth. We have any drivers that want to talk tonight? "24 Jaywood, you got your ears on? You and Party People in that number 1 car put on a hell of a show there. Coming down that last lap, going into turn 3, it looked like the last couple laps he'd been trying to work his way past you and go ahead and get a run on you. And then there on the last lap, going into turn 3, it looked like you went in there a little bit too hard and he got to run inside. How were you able to hold him off coming out of turn 4 there, coming to the flag?
Going in tonight. I really got to take him. He's really won the race.
You guys, it seemed like pretty much the whole race, you were locked together, bumper to bumper. And the 31 and the 12 looked like they were going to work together for a little bit, but then they got separated and they just never seemed to get back connected together to try to make a run. Seemed like everything really went to plan for you guys tonight. How do you feel about it? Car was good?
Yeah, it was also hopefully something can go wrong with it at the end. And, hopefully it works out next week. That's the big thing.
All right, well, it's a good way to get some momentum going for the Daytona 500 when we get there next week. Great run tonight, nice solid win, good clean night with the cars, and we look forward to seeing you next week in Daytona.
Yes, sir.
Riot in the 3 car, you got your ears on? Who is that? Is that Roll Tide in the 8? Roll Tide, you looked like you had a little bit of a tough race there in the first duel race. Seemed like there was some contact early between a couple of cars and you lost the draft and just never really got a chance to get it back. Does that pretty much sum up what happened for you?
Yeah, it needs to go back and learn how to drive straight line. But yeah, this part felt great though in the draft. Yeah, like you said, there wasn't much you could do after you lost the draft and all lined up. So tough night for the team, but looking forward to next week.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of hard racing out there tonight, and nobody was really content to just ride. Do you think we got more of that to see next week when we go to the Daytona 500 for the season opener?
I think with stages being longer race, I think we'll see a little bit more patience. But towards the end, I think it's just going to be the same as this week. We'll see people not content to ride, but I think the first stage, or the second stage, we'll see a single file line.
All right, well, we appreciate you talking to us, and we look forward to seeing you on the track next week.
No problem. See you later.
All righty, good luck. Corey, 22 car, you got us? All right, well, it looks like that's all we have for drivers this evening. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and we invite you to come back next week as we have our season openers for the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series. The Daytona 500 will be next week, Wednesday. Join us at 8:30 as we go ahead and we get the stars and cars on track, and they go ahead and see who's going to open the season with a win and start off knowing that they're locked into the chase. After the races on Wednesday evening, Thursday night, 8:30 p.m., we will be having the Gunman Truck Series presented by Veedverks as they do their season opener at Daytona. After that, a short break, we will have the Andit Grand National Series as they go ahead and hit their season opener at Daytona, also presented by Veedverks. And we will be looking forward to getting the season rolling full bore after that. We have a nice 36 races in the Cup Series. Trucks and Xfinity Bandits will be racing each week following their respective schedules. And we invite you all to join us each and every week as we come at you live only on PSN and YouTube, the official homes of the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series. And make sure you stop by the people at Veedverks.com and enter the code VCOS when you put in an order and receive a discount on anything you want to get from them. We look forward to seeing you on the track. We thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you next week when we hit the high banks of Daytona for all the money, all the points, and get these boys all rolling. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.